Right, this now this 121, does not include any hands-on calculations in Python. It's just learning types of prompt engineering. And to use large language models, it helps to just ask questions in a particular way. Although I've seen some newer large language model proposals that say they're going to put another large language model in front of it that will write the question for you. And this is one of the many techniques to try to avoid hallucinations. But anyway, here it explains the prompt elements and such, and gives you some examples of prompts using various techniques. And then here's some techniques like zero-shot prompting is probably like, this is what you'd see on like an exam written for a human. Classify the text into neutral, negative, or positive. Then I give you an example. So I give you instructions, and I expect you to understand the instructions, and then I just give you a puzzle. And this is relatively ineffective. It's effective against humans, and this is why you might find this in like a quiz. But what's better for large language models usually is to give it examples. So here's an example of a sentence that uses this word is. You give it a few examples of exactly what you want it to do, and then ask it to do your task. And even and then there's chain of thought prompting we talked about. So if you give it a complicated problem, like Roger has 5 tennis balls, he buys 2 more cans, each can has 3. How many does he have now? It will often get the wrong answer. But if you chain of thought would be telling it to it's right, here's another one. So you give it an example. I'm actually not liking their example very much. What I think of as chain of thought is that you break this up into small tasks and guide it down there. But anyway, here what they did is they solved a similar puzzle up here. And then when they asked this question down here, yeah, here's an example. It makes more sense. That image I couldn't understand at all. This makes more sense. You have many examples of how to add things up. But okay, what is this? This is chain of thought prompting. Okay, I finally understood their example here. They have the same question, but in their example, instead of just giving it the answer, in the example, you tell it how to get there. Roger started with 5, 2 cans of 3 is 6, 5 plus 6 is 11. The answer is 11. Now I understand. So instead of just telling it to get to the answer, you guide it step by step towards the answer. Okay, and there's many more techniques down here. Here's retrieval augmented generation. And that's the one we've used, where you add extra data, adding it into the question. So anyway, there's a variety of techniques here to read through, and some a quiz here, essentially, just to see if you've understood them. And it's probably good to understand this, although I think this is a field of rapid change and development. So these categories and examples are going to change pretty often.